Mishka and welcome back to my channel. In today's video on mishkareads, we are going to be continuing our playthrough of Our Life. In the last episode, we ended up finishing step 1. Well, not like step 1, but like the, I don't know what it's called, but like, I guess like the main parts where the moments are. Like at the beginning of each step. So yeah, we finished that, and then now we are going to start doing all of the step 1 moments. I'm also not sure if I want to do 2 moments per episode or just 1. But anyway, before we get started, if this video is entertaining you in any way, then please hit the subscribe button and share it with your friends so that they can find out my amazing channel just like you have right now. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into it and I hope you enjoy. Okay, shopping. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright. Cove's dad, come back before it gets dark, alright, sport? Oh my gosh. The familiar voice drifted across the street and drew your attention away from the snail you'd been watching inch slowly across the pavement. Cove waited in front of his dad, pushing his green hair back off his face from where the breeze was blowing it over his glasses. He looked to be paying only a mild amount of attention as he was being handed a few slips of green paper. Monday. It reminded of when you'd first met Mr. Holden, although he's probably not paying Cove to be friends with himself. Okay, hold on, I need to turn this music down. It is so loud. Okay, there we go. Sorry, everyone. Cove's dad seemed to feel your gaze somehow, or maybe you made a noise, because a second later his eyes were on you. He waved you over with a smile. He looked happy to see you, but you still felt a little weird for getting caught. You've got to learn how to be more sneaky. You brushed your hands together to free them of sand, then jogged over to join the two, smiling at Cove first, then his dad. In turn, Cove shuffled his feet in place as you got closer. Aww.
Yeah. Hi.
Ah!
How's it going?
Good to see you again. What excitement are you up to today, Mina? Taking a walk. I found a pretty cool snail across the road. There's lots of snails around here. Mr. Holden grinned at you kindly. After you finished answering the question, Mr. Holden's attention returned to Cove, who was preoccupied with folding the bills he had into a tiny rectangle. Sounds fun. You know, Cove was about to hit the stores by the beach. Why don't you go with him? Oh, yeah. Yay! Yeah, I can come. Thank you, Cove. You immediately grinned at the idea. You hadn't been sure if you'd seen Cove today. Oh, if you'd see Cove today. And now he was inviting you somewhere. This day couldn't get much better. Great, I'm sure you guys will have loads of fun. Mr. Holden reached into his pocket and pulled out a leather wallet filled with money. You found it odd since your mom's only ever seemed to have cards in theirs. Here. He leaned in to pass a crisp 10 to Cove, giving him a wink and a whisper. Oh my gosh. Get something for your friend too. Sure.
Good kid.
That's my boy. Cove's dad ruffled his son's hair as he was straightening back up, the bill in his hand still held out towards the green-haired boy. Take care. Cove accepted the bill after a second and slipped it into his pocket. Then he... oh my gosh. I cannot talk. Like, I always assume like the next piece of dialogue is what I'm saying. I need to stop that and actually read it. Then with one last nod to his dad, he turned and started walking. You followed after him, intrigued at the possibilities that this outing might bring. God. Cannot talk, I'm sorry, everyone. Cove strayed towards the gentle tide creeping up the sand, and you fell into place beside him. It was a nice day. The sun was shining, and there weren't many clouds in the sky, though the wind coming off the ocean kept it from being too hot. You took in a deep breath, enjoying the scent and salt of ocean air. Enjoying the scent of salt and ocean air. Okay, sorry. When you looked at Cove, he was dragging his feet through the sand a little, and you slowed down to wait for him. His eyes searched the ground intently. Are you looking for shells? Cove started a little at the sound of your voice and mumbled a sort of. If you see any, you can let me know. Okay, we can do that. You can manage that. You dropped your view to the sand, walking carefully so you didn't step on any. You were good at finding shells. You had a lot of them at home and always found new ones whenever you visited the beach. The comforting sound of the waves filled the silence with pleasant white noise, and you played a little game with yourself as you walked along, getting as close to the water as possible without getting wet. It resulted in you having to run up the sand quickly when a wave rushed in more than a few times, and although Cove threw a few glances your way, he didn't say a word. What did you want to go to the shops for? I need a new sand pail. Ooh. Yeah, what happened to your old one? Cove narrowed his eyes, seeming to think deeply for a second.
Whoa.
It disappeared. What? What, really? Cove ducked his head down, lacing his fingers behind his back. It didn't seem like he was going to continue, so you nudged his arm. How did that happen? Well... Cove opened his mouth, then shut it again, considering. Oh, come on, you can tell us. I took it to the beach one day. Uh-huh. When I got home, it wasn't anywhere. You left it there. Nope, it wasn't at the beach when I went back. Then you lost it! It disappeared!
So...
No, that was fun. Oh my gosh. What about you? What do you do out here? I like swimming. Cove's lips curled up in a small smile. Me too. Oh, okay, so then y'all can go like swimming later. It occurred to you that you hadn't been swimming in a while. There was just so much to do before school started up again and so little time. Okay, we're at the shopping area now. Okay, once you reached the shopping area, the noise level grew exponentially. No longer just waves and footsteps, but the chatter of people enjoying the lovely summer day, the call of the birds trying to find bits of food left behind, and lots of salespeople trying to get attention. You sniffed the air as you walked beside Cove. You could still smell the ocean, but there are other scents now too. Pizza, pretzels, hot donuts. It's not very nice. There was too much of everything, but you weren't going to leave yet. And Cove would definitely want to look around for at least a while. That's what he had come to do today. Cove was glancing from one side of the street to the other with a look in his aquamarine eyes that you couldn't quite work out. What's that? Cove pointed to a large crowd of people gathered near a few tables with large, colorful umbrellas blooming from their middles. Oh god, I'm sorry. You couldn't see past the adults who were blocking the way, but you knew there must be something worth seeing. Without another word, the two of you hurried over to see what all the commotion was about. Feast your eyes on the amazing Alexander. In the center of the crowd was a man with a tall hat and a funny green coat that had 3 long tails. Ooh, so he's like a magician? There was a little table next to him with a cloth hanging over it that read the amazing Alexander in glittery golden script. Why tell people his name if it's already on a sign? Cove hummed with understanding, then turned to walk away just as the amazing Alexander began shuffling a deck of cards. Maybe we could stay and watch? Cove glanced back at the man. He then briefly lifted his arms off. Okay, geez. He then briefly lifted his arms up off his sides and before returning them back to place. Oh my gosh. You grinned, waving for him to follow you as you raced back to the stand in the crowd. With that, it began. The magic man pulled one card out of the deck, showing it to the curious onlookers. It was a 4 of diamonds. Watch closely. You did, squeezing through a few of the adult onlookers to get a better view. Suddenly, the man snapped his fingers and the card just disappeared. What? Whoa! Cove's not impressed at all. The amazing Alexander, who earned his title, turned his head and looked directly at you. He reached out with a kind smile. What's this behind your ear? Nothing? It was true. You didn't keep anything there. He smelled like popcorn and candy when you stepped closer, and you wrinkled your nose in confusion as you watched him. You felt a tug, and then he pulled the 4 diamonds out from behind your ear. What? You knew it couldn't have really come from... Oh gosh. You knew that it couldn't really have come from your ear, but you still didn't get how he done it. There was a light applause from the crowd, and the man gave a deep bow. This is for you. Ooh, are we getting... Oh, okay, we're getting balloons. The magician plucked a pair of balloons from a clump of them tied down to his table. Both were in the shape of a dolphin instead of a normal circle. And one for your friend too. Thank you for being my assistant. Wow. Now you were really grateful he chose you. After that, he went to someone else in the crowd. Pick a card, any card. My uncle does that every time he visits. Not the balloons, the stuff with cards. Cove stood plainly while reaching over to take the dolphin that had been designated for him. At least we had a fun time. I don't care if Cove didn't have a fun time. He's not gonna ruin this evening for us. You saw a magic trick and you got a great balloon. That was more than enough to make it a worthwhile event. You thought that if you could You thought that if you could find a card to practice with, maybe you could make it disappear too. The crowd started to clear some, and you noticed to the side there was a whole rack of brightly colored kaleidoscopes on display. Let's do a magic 8-ball. Ooh, these are cool. You shifted your balloon string to the other hand so you could hold it up in front of you. Then you thought of a question in your mind, shaking the ball and hearing some kind of liquid swoosh around inside it. Once you had given it a good shake, you held it upright, waiting for the answer to appear. Concentrate and ask again. You wrinkled your nose and set the magic 8-ball back on the rack. It wasn't the answer you were hoping for. You followed Cove around to the other side of the stall. He went under the awning, careful of his own floating dolphin, and you joined him. Are you having fun? Yeah. Aw, that's so sweet. Aw, look at him smile. I'm fangirling. Oh my god. I don't know how to speak, nor can I talk. That's the same thing, but I don't care. I cannot talk and I'm fangirling over a fictional character. Oh my god. What am I doing with my life? Okay, you returned his smile, happy to hear it. When Cove moved towards some stalls nearby, you followed beside him. Ooh, keychains. While Cove looked at sand pails, you were drawn to a table with colorful keychains laid out on it. They were sewn in the shape of sea creatures, and there was a plaque that read "Homemade" standing proudly in front. There were lots of different types. You saw a dolphin, a shark, a crab, a turtle. Okay, can we take one? Oh. The one that I really liked was the turtle, so I'm just gonna pick that. Your hand stopped on the sleeping turtle, just barely poking its head out of the shell. It had flecks of metallic green on its back that caught the sunlight when you picked it up. You remembered the turtles you had seen in a movie. You had been mesmerized by the way they gently glided through the water. You were instantly enamored. Checking the price though, your heart fell. $6. You didn't know much about money, but you thought that was a lot to spend on one thing. You rarely had more than a $5 bill to your name. Is that what you want? Huh? Oh. It's $6. I didn't bring any money. Cove, get it for us, please. It's fine. Hooray! Cove took the keychain from your hands, and that was that. He was holding a small yellow bucket for himself, too. It's cool, you should get it. Ah! You smiled, pleased to have things work out. It was nice of Cove's dad to let Cove buy something for you too. You had to remember to thank him the next time you saw him. After Cove paid, the two of you stepped out of the store side by side, your balloon dolphins knocking together and spiraling around in the air. You watched Cove hold up his new pail to his face, examining it thoroughly. Hey, Cove. Yeah? I really like this keychain. Thank you. Cove looked over and you held it up so he could see better. I like it too. Cove looked further down the street where different food carts were lined up. He rested his non-cast arm over his stomach, and just as he did, yours let out a light growl. You hadn't eaten since breakfast, and after all this wandering around, you were definitely ready for some lunch. Let's get some food. Yeah. You two wandered around a short while looking at all the delicacies that were available. Oh. Everything looked delicious oh my gosh. I'm sorry everyone, I cannot talk. I get caught up in my own words and it just comes out as gibberish. Everything looked delicious, and as the different smells, both sweet and salty, wafted over to you, your stomach growled even louder. After passing up hot dogs, snow cones, ice cream, and pizza, you both agreed on pretzels. Cove got something sweet instead of me, and you? Got one with cheese. Oh my god, I love those. You licked your lips hungrily as the vendor handed your pretzel over, ready to take a big bite. It was covered in gooey melted cheese, just the way you liked it. It seemed odd to get a dessert pretzel before eating normal food. Okay, sorry. You found an empty table close enough to the beach that the grit of the sand made terrible noises when you dragged the chairs out to sit down. These balloons are going to make it hard to eat. Oh yeah. Cove placed his bucket on the table as he stared at his still balled up hand that was wrapped around the string. You opened your mouth to agree before an idea hit you. I know. After carefully placing your pretzel somewhere it wouldn't get sandy, you tugged the balloon dolphin out of Cove's hand and tied it in a delicate bow around his wrist.
Oh.
Cove bounced his arm up and down in place, testing the stability of your knot. After watching his balloon jostle around but remain attached, he smiled satisfied. Can you do it for me? He repeated the ritual. Cove struggled somewhat with the cast, restricting his fingers on one hand, and a string already tangled around the other. Oh yeah. But the action made you feel strangely happy. You couldn't look him in the eyes. Mira! I fangirling so much. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Got it. The two of you spent a moment admiring your handiwork, both hands now free to allow easy munching on your pretzels. You bit into the doughy treat, savoring the taste on your tongue with a smile as you looked out over the ocean. After a time, you finished your pretzel. You were done before Cove. It was boring not having anything to do. You pulled on the string of your balloon to bring it down to your level. Then you held the dolphin in your hands, manipulating it to look like it was jumping through the air. If you turned the face toward the beach, it almost looked like it was swimming in the waves like a real dolphin. A laugh came from your side. When you glanced back at Cove, he had left the remaining part of his pretzel in the wrapper and he was gripping his dolphin too. Ooh, okay, we can name our... Oh, my name is Charlie. She's actually an alien. Oh my god, that's so cool. When no one is looking, she transformed back into her true alien self. She has purple skin and 10 eyes. Ew. You sighed, wishing you could meet a real-life alien. What's yours? Cove considered this question, placing the balloon against the table and resting his free arm across it in contemplation. It's... With a loud pop, the dolphin exploded into ribbons. Oh. Oh no. For a second, all Cove did was gape in shock like you. Then his cheeks puffed up, squinting his eyes, and you saw tears start to glisten. Mina, oh my god, no, Cove, your balloon. Your balloon. No, give him your balloon. Don't cry. You quickly pulled the knot around your wrist loose and passed your balloon over to Cove. It wasn't the same color, but you hoped Cove would accept it anyway. Here, you can have this one. Cove sniffled, a lone tear running down his cheek. No, I don't want to take yours from you. Aw, he's so sweet. Then we're sharing. It's your turn to hold it. Oh my gosh, really? Yeah, it's okay. Cove accepted the balloon delicately, probably to make sure this one didn't pop like the other. Thanks, Mina. Aww. Seeing him like that felt much better than keeping the dolphin for yourself. Oh yeah. Okay, the passing of Cove's balloon was the last major event of your adventure. In the end, the two of you headed back late that afternoon. You separated on the beach, and while Cove went straight home with his brand new sand pail in hand, you decided to sit for a while. You watched the waves and the sunset filling with your new keychain. Another summer day was drawing to a close. It had been a great going. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I cannot talk. It had been great going around the Cove. You hope to do it again, but next time you wish nothing would happen to make him cry. Okay, everyone. Oh, geez. That was a really... Oh, geez. What a moment. We had... Okay, so... What we did in this episode was that we went to the shopping street. We got some new stuff. Cove got a brand new sand pail. We learned some things about him. And then his balloon died. And we gave ours. Yeah, that was really sweet. Yeah, but anyway, everyone, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But lastly, you're a gem, and thank you for watching. Have a marvelous day. Bye, everyone!